Hello, good evening. Good evening, welcome. Welcome. My name is Obinako. Welcome. I want to share with you today handle the greed, selfishness and dishonesty. Handle greed, the greed, selfishness and dishonesty. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world which is made up of, free and fragile men, you know, people like you, people like myself. And whatever background that we grew up in, they shape or they have shaped the things that we stand for. If you're honest, if you're trustworthy, if you're credible, they are coming from how you were brought up. If you're the other side, if you cheat, you lie, you go in for what benefits you alone, you take advantage of people, you're not thoughtful of others, you don't feel the pain of others, they also come from how you've been nurtured, cultured, how you have been developed. I'm talking of this greed, selfishness, dishonesty, with respect to personal development, with respect to building your dream, with respect to building a business. Human beings, the way I understand it, we are nothing but what train us. We are nothing but what brought us up. The tools, the things, the value system, the culture that we grew up in. They decide how we behave under any circumstance. They say that corruption is a major problem for us. They say that Africa is a problem, major one is corruption. Not only at the institutional level, not only at government level, but also at the individual levels, at the personal levels. And yet, these things are the very foundations of what we get to do with our lives, what we're able to build, how they are going to stand. They have a lot to do with how we handle greed, how we handle selfishness, and how we handle dishonesty. All throughout our lives, there is going to be always an opportunity to take advantage of any of these to benefit us. Selfishness is only when you make every decision for yourself without considering the other person's involvement, or whether it will help the other person or whether it will destroy the other person. Greed is the same. It has to benefit you. It has to be your way. It's for you. Dishonesty, why do you have to lie? It's because something is in it for you. And yet, these are the things that, whether you are conscious or you're not conscious, they are rampant. They are everywhere. They're everywhere. Greed, selfishness, dishonesty. You even have friends. When you were poor, they were not helping you. Once you started to make something little, they get angry. They get offended. Because it has to be their way. It has to be them. You may have family people who only think of themselves. When people are selfish, it's so likely that the same people will be greedy. When somebody is greedy, so likely that they will be dishonest. They will not help you. But at the same time, when you happen to make any major step, they get offended. How you were brought up, what brought you up, what brought me up, shaped our stance with this. You have to know that you don't have to be in haste in this life to achieve your dream, especially if you have to build by yourself, if you don't have much to start with. What pushes a lot of people to be greedy and to be dishonest and to be so much self-focused in getting to achieve their dream, building their business or building anything that is entrusted to them is because they are impatient. And fast forward 20 years down the line, whatever that you get to achieve by greed, by selfishness, by dishonest means, no matter how gigantic you think they are, they will start to crumble. They start to fail. It's like building a house and they tell you that, okay, this foundation you need about 100 bags of cement. And you say that, me, I'm a very intelligent man. You have to dig maybe 20 feet. You need 100 bags of cement. You say that, no, I'm a very intelligent man, a very smart man. I will use 10 bags of cement and I will dig maybe 50 feet or something. You are not doing anybody. The foundation is not built as required. The building will not work. It will collapse, no matter how beautiful it will appear. You give it 5 years, 10 years down the line, the whole building will come down. The same with life. All of us are going to struggle with this greed because there will be so many opportunities for us to be greedy and make decisions and take choices for our benefit. Selfishness will be a drive. And dishonesty is rampant. You just have to lie, cheat to get money. You have to lie, to take advantage of something, to get that job, to get that contract, to get that business. It's all over. And for most people, that's the only thing they know. What I've even come to see is that the environment we've been pushed into, sometimes you may not even be a person who is just somebody who is greedy. You may not be that. You may not even be selfish. You may not be dishonest. But maybe you happen to have taken an employment in an organization where that thing is the norm. Everybody is building a house, buying a car. They have 1,000 CD salary a month, yet they have built 3 houses. And they praise the name of the Lord for it. Thank God. They say that is the grace of God. And they know that all these things are coming from what? Dishonesty. They're coming from the selfishness. They're coming from the greed. You are paying our children's school fees from the same dealings, riding nice house, living in big houses, driving everywhere, going for holidays everywhere. And the bottom line is this. And most people who practice this are the very people who will go around telling people how they've been blessed. These things have also been responsible for why Africa is where we are. The greed, the selfishness, and the dishonesty. As a matter of fact, the culture that we have built, if you want to go against these things, you have to be somebody with a different knowledge. You have to be somebody who has been trained by something else, something different. Obviously not the general one that all of us have been, trained with. Because the general ones is we are in competition with ourselves to become successful, to buy the nice car, to get the best position, to become the richest. We are competing among ourselves. And largely it's because of this. Every one of us knows somebody who if the whole system, see, the thing is that the system that you grew up in, the culture, the environment, the country, if it's been built, structured, institutions are working, you have to do extra to get around this. You have to do extra to be dishonest to gain. If the country is not built, the structures, the systems, you don't have to do extra. You just have to be there. And these things, once you apply them, everybody will seem to see you as somebody who's doing well. And yet the bottom line is what? It's the greed, it's the selfishness, and it's the dishonesty. And so long as these things are widespread, this continent, this country will struggle. I don't think there is any country in this world that does not have these problems. The only thing is that they have been able to identify that until you handle these problems in how institutions are run, in how things are built. Let's say you're a business person. If somebody does not tell you that if you're building a company, if you're at the startup stage, if you didn't get somebody wise enough to tell you that you do not build with these things, the greed, every decision that you make must benefit you. It doesn't matter the consequences, it doesn't matter the rules that you break. There must be, the dishonesty. You have to just get your way through. If somebody wise was not close to you when you are doing this, you will practice these things. Because it's so easy. Any office that you go, you can easily do this and you get your way. Any business that you want to do, easily you can do this, you get your way. But the unfortunate thing is that you're just destroying the future. Not only your life, not only your business, but the country. And I dare say, the continent as well. And so don't just make decisions because of what you get. It's a sign of immaturity actually. It's a sign of a group of people, or it's a sign of a person who has not had the opportunity to develop and to grow their values, their character, the principles that they stand for. They have not grown that. And for me, every company, every person, until you start to build this, that I am not going to build my life, my business, my family with greed, with selfishness, with dishonesty, until the country sets the codes to say that we have to technically, let's say, rear people, grow people, develop people who will decide not to build with greed, with selfishness, with dishonesty. The country is going to struggle. Because the moment all these things are rampant, there's no trust. And you don't get to build anything. You don't develop anything. Or the principles of honesty, of transparency, are sacrificed. And so when you see young men, young women going up and down, trying to build anything, don't go with these things. They are everywhere. They are tempting. They give you an advantage, perceived one. They make you feel like you are succeeding. You will feel like you're ahead of your mates, you're ahead of your brothers and sisters, you're ahead of everybody. You're even ahead of the people you came to meet because you are fast. You know where to connect to get what. You know how to change the figures. You know how to go behind the computer and to change the algorithm, all because you want to gain. And once you are doing that, you think that you are, you know what is going on. Okay. It means that the primary definition of what it takes to build anything, you don't understand it. And anybody who goes through this part, the greed, the selfishness, the dishonesty, You will see that they are very fast. They go. It doesn't matter. They go. Let them go. And once everybody is going maybe 20 meters per hour, he'll be going 20 meters per second. Fast. And then everybody, there will be accolades. They will be giving you awards. Everybody will see you. But you are just going to fall. Because that's the principles of life. So handle the greed. There will be so many opportunities that you will, perceive opportunities that you will just have to take any decision just to gain, just for you. Nobody will even see it, because sometimes to go with the other side, to go with the selflessness, to go with the honesty, seems to be a difficult part. Seems to be the part that is poor. Seems to be the part that you'll be seen as foolish, not wise. It seems to be like that. And everybody will think like you are not as wise. But yet, it is the part that builds. It is the part that you build, and you're confident that you build this. And for the religious ones, it is the part that you can easily go anywhere, say it within your heart that God helped me to build this. You can easily go anywhere to say that I'm a Christian or I'm a Muslim, and I'm proud of it because I have those values. If you have to go with the other one, you then become a philosopher. You just have to debate and argue, because you know that you made a lot of the decisions, not as according to the regulations, but just to gain. And usually people practice these things to gain power and money. Those are the things that drive people. And they are in haste. If you see anybody who is trying to make any decision out of greed, they are in haste to gain. If you see anybody who is making a lot of decisions out of selfishness, because they are in haste, they're thinking of only themselves. They don't want pain. They don't want to go through pressure. So it has to be their way. You don't have to be dishonest if you're not thinking of yourself and your safety and your comfort and your gain. You don't have to be. And those are the choices of children. A child would just have to make a decision because he doesn't want pain. Once you mature, you want to go with the right values. You want to go with the right values. And so my name is Obidako. I'm talking about handle the greed, the selfishness, and the dishonesty. There will be so many opportunities, and no matter where you work, whether you're a business person, whether you work with whoever you work with, maybe you work in a bank, maybe you're a cocoa farmer, you're a priest, everywhere that you work, there will constantly be an opportunity for you to make a decision just to gain. And you look back and you may not be proud of it. If you were brought up in an environment where those values were held dearly and they were put in you right from the beginning as a child, when you get to 15, it will be part of you. You will not think twice to say that, why do I have to change this document? It will not cross your mind, because it has been part of you. You were born into it. If you are born, on the other hand, where nobody pushes you to do anything, it's just a normal thing. Once you can change it, nobody will see it. You just practice it. Like most of us, we're just pushing it. Just change anything. It doesn't matter. You don't have to defend anything. As a matter of fact, if maybe you are 20 people working, you may just be the one person who may even think twice to say that, why do I have to do this? Why can't we just leave it as it is? Why can we not be honest to say that this is how it is? Let's leave it. Let it be this way, because that's the way it must be. These are things that you don't usually learn from school. You are supposed to even learn them from church, but so far we are not sure of that side. And maybe the family should be the one responsible. And that our results don't support that. So my suggestion, my submission will be, the moment you become conscious that you don't build anything in this life with these things. That is the time that you start to live as a human being. The moment you start to see that I don't have to build my life, I don't have to build this business, I don't have to gain money by these practices, that is the time that you start to live as a human being. Because that's where, as a human being, because that's where real freedom is. You stop to hide when you start to say that this is the path. I have to be honest. I have to be selfless. I have to think of the other person. If somebody has done something good for me, and I have to make a decision, I have to leave the place. I should not just leave the place because it's convenient for me. I should also be thinking, or I should also think of what was done for me before, and try to create a situation that will not only benefit me, but will benefit the other people as well. That if I have to leave the workplace, I don't just say that, no, I'm not coming. Even though the people have not done you anyhow, they treated you with dignity, with respect. And yet, when you had to just make a decision, nothing. You didn't consider anything. Just, it's only about you. If you make choices like that with your life, in this life, you're not deceiving anybody. The only person that you're deceiving is you. Because it means that you don't have strength. And in this life, honesty, selflessness, they are strength. Nothing saves a man's life, nothing protects a man than the genuineness of their character. Nothing. Sometimes it's not even the money. Have you not seen somebody who has stolen money? He has the money. He has the money with him, and they kill him with the money on him. So sometimes money cannot save you. The money. Even money is important. But character, honesty, truthfulness, kindness, genuineness can protect a man. There's no need to build anything in this life if you're going to sacrifice everybody to gain it. There's no need. Whether it's a business, whether it's a career, whether it's a marriage, whatever it is, if your choices are going to hurt everybody, you cannot just say that I don't care. But only you will gain. Not others will gain on you. The only reason you're making those choices is because it will help you, to make you, and everybody else will lose. You don't need it. Because it will not be there anyway. It will go back. Or it will go and come back to destroy you. So handle it. It's something that we have to grow to handle. Because it's constant temptation. Greed. There will always be. They say that greed destroys a lot of business people. Because they're always running fast, quick, because they want to gain. Anytime that anybody tricked you, cheated you, there was some bit of greed. If somebody was able to scam you, because you were looking for something which you were not prepared for, so they were able to use that to cheat you. Somebody was saying that, oh, I have a business for you. Let's say you sell, you sell electrical equipment or electrical gadgets. You know nothing about selling of wood, but you are then there. Somebody will come and call you. I have a very good deal. It's in the forest. If you bring 5,000, you're able to bring it here. You sell it, we get 50,000. But your expertise is electricals. But because of greed, you want money, quick one. That they get a lot of business people. This is not a business, Your capital is 5,000. is not in excess because you're thinking of how much you will gain. When greed is in it, you don't consider process. You don't consider patience. You don't consider continuous build up. You don't consider quality of decisions and choices when greed is involved because the only thing that is driving you is the gain, and it's a massive gain. And that's why they're able to cheat, be able to scam people. The moment greed is there, you don't remember that, oh, this wood business, I don't know it. If anything at all, maybe I can recommend you to somebody who's been doing this wood business all his life. If I want to start it, this is my 5,000 capital. I cannot start this business with 5,000. So maybe it's 200 Ghana that I can start because I want to go through and learn. I don't just want to take the last capital I have and go and try it because you have promised me 50,000 if I bring in the 5,000 that I have. Most of us will just make that decision because of what? Greed. And then the next minute, your money is gone. The guy promised you, oh, I'll give you 10% every month. He said, no problem. Do you understand the business? No. Do you know anything about it? No. Well, okay, no, he's very good. Why the guy is able to scam you and take your money is because of what? It's a greed. The moment you think twice to say that, I don't know anything about this business. And if I have to start it, I want to start it letter by letter. I want to learn it. Because the people who have been able to handle the greed, the selfishness, and the dishonesty, they believe in process. They believe in becoming better. They believe in input and output. They believe that you have to know something, and then out of it, you will get results. They know it. They are not looking for quick, instant growth. They are not looking for that. They believe in build-up. The people who have been able to handle the greed, I'm not sure anybody will be able to kill it outrightly. It's in bits and pieces of everybody. But people who have been able to manage it, they have been able to manage it because they think far. They understand that any gain must come out of some kind of input, out of some kind of quality of choices and decisions. So if you're able to handle that, it will help the business that you want to build. Because there will be so many opportunities, right? Especially when you start and you don't know, you can see clearly, and you're ambitious. When you start and you're ambitious, you want connection, you want quick. You will have all kind of people. They will come in big suit, big tie, big titles, big portfolio. They know everybody in the society, and they know that you have some 5,000 on you. They will take it because you yourself, you are greedy, you're selfish, and you're prepared to be dishonest. And the system will offer you like that. And I think that this one kills us being able to these things, they have killed a lot of people's drive to build businesses. The greed, the selfishness, and the dishonesty. A lot of people just crash at the startup stage because they could not handle the greed, because they could not handle the selfishness, and because they were ready to do anything just to gain. If you are fortunate, it may dawn on you faster. And the moment it dawns on you, you'll be able to save yourself. If it does not dawn on you, you'll be played for for years. And some people have been played for years. They still have not found out that the only reason they go and they come back, they go and they come back, they sweat again, and they lose everything, they sweat again, and they lose everything is because they are running with this state, which is the greed. They are selfish in every decision that they are making. They are very crook and dishonest. They don't believe that you can build anything by being trustworthy. They don't believe that you can build anything by being truthful. They don't believe that you can build anything by treating people well, by being selfless, by being clear. being considerate. I think to a lot of people, it has to be me. So when they get the link, there are people that you introduce your link to, and the next minute they are going there, they will not even call it. Why? Because they are thinking of gain. The moment you think like that, you sacrifice. And that's why some people, you can see that every day they are sweating, they are fighting. They go and they come back to square one, and they have not done the surgery on themselves. Because it's not how fast you go. If you're going with greed, dishonesty, and selfishness, it doesn't matter how fast you go. It will drop. If you have to go with speed, go with honesty as well. You don't have to cheat, you don't have to lie, you don't have to kill everybody just because you need money or you need business. That's a wrong path to learn business. You have to go and meet some people and cook all kind of things. And then they will pay you millions. Then you come around and splash it and tell us that you're a businessman. Whilst you look around our country, there's poverty everywhere. And the money that is for the country, they have used it to pay you. And you call yourself a businessman. Maybe you are now 30. When you get to 50, everything that you are building, you don't know where the situation will come from. And it will send you back to level 1. Then you will start to look for profit. You start to look for prayers. That which these things, the truth, the honesty, the selflessness will build. No magic can replace that. So to bring you back, for you to go and learn how to is built well, how things are done well. So one of the decisions that you can make at the point of beginning is for you to decide how you are going to handle the greed, how you are going to handle the selfishness, and how you are going to handle the dishonesty. Because there are a lot of things that you're going to have to make decision to say that this one I'm not doing, even though I'm going to gain. And it's obvious. And a lot of people, that's all that they know. Everything, I have friends, I have people, everything that they bring for you to consider is not straight. Whenever they call you to say that I have this thing I want to show you, you know that is not true. I mean, there's always something somewhere. Then you tell them, listen, me these days I don't play like that. I don't do that. I don't believe in them. It doesn't matter what I have. It's better, you can do magic with 100 Ghana if you have the right skills, right character, right values, than somebody with 1 million who is greedy, who is selfish, and who is dishonest. It doesn't matter how they look today. It doesn't matter. Give them 5 years, give them 10 years, give them 20 years. You will see them today, and then you say that this guy is doing well, the business is moving. If he's not practicing the other ones, he's going with the greed, he's bullying everybody, cheating everybody, doesn't care about anybody, changing everything, presenting it as people should believe it, is a facade. It's a scam. Those are not the areas that you learn. If you're a young man and you want to learn, don't learn from those. They will waste your time. You'll be disappointed. It will be a pain. You may not end well. As a matter of fact, when these things start to pay back, when these things start to strike, they strike at the point where you have lost the energy to fight back. So you see that, the man was very successful. And then these things started to fight back because everything that he's built it with greed, he's built it with selfishness, and he's built them with dishonesty. When they are fighting back, there's no break. The other one may not have been that fast, may not even build that big, but it was gradual. It was building it gradually. But he was credible, was patient, was honest, was selfless, was kind, was not greedy. Those people, look out for them. And for me, the more we get people like that who have those solid principles, especially to get into leadership positions, that's the point that you may try to say that you have the right foundations to build your country, or to build your family, or to build your company. Those are required for the foundation of anything to be built. Any group of people who start to build anything will have identified this as threats to building are the ones who succeed. They are the ones who succeed. So you've got to learn how to handle them. You show up. So never go into association with anybody. You know very well that you're going to cheat the person. You're going to lie. You're going to take advantage of them. You know, because that is how you see life. That's why you have done your things. You call it deal. You're not cheating anybody. You're cheating yourself. You cannot cheat any human being. It's only yourself that you can cheat. You know, and so when you put up that false humility, you work with somebody, you work with that boss, he trusts you with everything. He believes in you. He has let you have access to a lot of critical, important information. And he believes that this guy is honest. But you, because of dishonesty, because of selfishness, it's only when you see him that you put up that front. But when he's not there, the things you are saying behind, and what you are trying to do with the delicate information that he has given you access to, and you think that those decisions will work for you, you're just a child. It will destroy you. If somebody gives you trust, never drop it. It's so delicate. It's not because they are an idiot or because they are stupid. That's why they trusted you, no? Because they thought that you deserve it. If you drop that which somebody gave you, you drop yourself, the trust. So you should not be the one going behind and destroying because of the access that the person has given you. Never take that for granted. There are so many people that have been given critical positions. And the people who have given them this kind of positions don't even know that these people are just children. They cannot handle the delicate information. They even mastermind against them. Never do that. You don't build your life with that. No, even if an enemy comes to tell you that, listen, I'll pay you 1 million, give me this critical information. If you're greedy, you do that. If you're selfish, you do that. But the moment you do that, you destroy your life. You exchange your destiny. You destroy everything that you ever built. Go with the principles of the other side. They may not seem high-handed. Welcome. They may not seem like you're making progress. But those who are able to build with the honesty, with the selflessness, whatever they build, they stand. They are not destroyed that quickly. And that is what you learn to build with. Don't be in haste to impress anybody. If you're going to build a house, if you're going to buy a car, if you're going to build a business, make sure that you have those ethics, because they set the cultural foundation for everything that you're building. They set that. Because when you have built yours, you would want people to come in and be honest. And yet you, when you're somewhere, You're not honest. You cannot have it that way. It doesn't work. Which means you live in perpetual fear all your life because of what you learned. And you may not even know how to build it rightly because you didn't learn it right. It doesn't work. I think it's a waste of time for you to just cheat, lie, cheat the country, cheat your employer, cheat your friends, cheat everybody, lie to everybody just to gain money, just to gain power, just to gain access, and think that it will help you. And then think that you'll become successful when you have destroyed everybody's. That is a lie. That is a lie. That's why sometimes they say that, oh, the leaders of this group of people are children. It's because they don't stand for truth. They don't stand for others. Whenever you have leadership of any institution, any country, any people who go with greed, selfishness, dishonesty, those people never grow. They are always children. Because maturity requires the other side. And yet the culture has sacrificed us. It becomes difficult for us to learn that. Because you were just born into something that you just have to go and fight for what is yours. Fight, to try to overcome poverty. You want to help your sisters to become successful. You want to help your brother to go to school. You have to do this. And if you have to lie and cheat and take somebody's just to help your family, you go and do them. Because you're trying to fight poverty. But you don't fight poverty like that. You don't fight poverty by being dishonest. You don't fight poverty by being selfish. It's rather you fight them gradually. So handle that. Every one of us is dealing with it, fighting with it every day. There will be so many choices, so many decisions that we have to make every day. And they border on greed, they border on selfishness, and they border on dishonesty. And almost everywhere you go, you have the opportunity to be very dishonest and to gain. Whether you're looking for business, you're looking for contract, everywhere. People will even make this submission because they don't link it to what will happen tomorrow. You just think that it's today. It has no consequences. No, you even learn the bad skills to build anything. The moment you start to cut corners like that, you never learn the right way to do anything. You never learn the right way because you're always ready to pay something. I have a friend who tells me, hey, and he's always 10 years he's always saying the same thing. Instead of him to go and learn it the right way, he says that I'm ready to pay and just get the project. I tell him it's not the way to go. You're growing. You should rather learn the other approach. Maybe that one is better. It's less stressful. You are in charge, you are in control, because there's no business if you don't have control. So if you're always going to pay to get projects, you are out of control. You have to grease and beg, and then it's always yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. You don't have any business. That is no business, that is scam. Those who have proper business, they have confidence and they can control how they get the project, how the revenue comes in, how they spend it. They have predictability. They can predict growth because they have learned the right skills. The other ones that we have here, we don't know. We are always praying and begging one minister or the other to get a project from the government or to be, and somebody will always be asking you bring this kind of percentage for processing. So long as you are doing those things, you're not ready. You can't build. And forget who is doing it. There's always complications. Let them call you because of what you can do, how organized you are, how structured you are, how honest you are, because there is always somebody who is looking for that. Always. Not everybody is trying to just gain. There are people who are trying to build things properly. And if you connect with those, you have better chance of building something you'll be proud of. Other than that, then you'll be driven by the greed, by the selfishness, and by the dishonesty. And so long as you are saddled with these things, the future is sacrifice. Because they put you in detour. They put a lot of pressure on you, and you are always in constant losses. You hemorrhage. You lose. You lose things that you don't even understand. Because that's not the way to go. So build gradually. Start from where you are. And let people know that you at least are trying to build with honesty and build with selflessness. You don't want to be greedy. Everything does not have to be you. And you are grateful for that which you have. And that's how you build a people. That's how civilizations are built. And if the Africans want to grow, at least you, if you want to grow, if you want to develop, there has to be a day in your life that you start to say that this is what I stand for. So at the workplace, this is what I stand for. If they pay me 200, it's the 200 that I sign. I'm not taking any company's money. I'm not taking any fuel anywhere. I'm not taking any product from this. If I have to take it, I have to ask for permission. And if they give it to me, fine. If they don't give it to me, I don't need it. I will stay with what I have. It may appear as if all your friends may be going faster. Not necessarily so. If you stay, nobody stays with the right path and loses. Nobody stays with honesty. Nobody stays with the selflessness and loses. It may seem like you're delaying, but you may not delay. But the best form of safety is on the part of love, is on the part of genuineness. So practice the best of ethics and develop yourself and learn how to handle the greed, the selfishness, because they are everywhere. And they are not solved by going to church. If it's not selfishness, why would somebody go and pay money to buy oil to go and pour on their head so that they will get breakthrough or miracle? What else defines that? It's not dishonesty. It's dishonesty. So it's not in church. It's not in church. If you go there and you go with Land Cruiser, they will give you proper treatment. What does that mean? It means that go and do everything to get Land Cruiser, and then you'll be held in a different status. So they encourage that. And for most people, the only blessing is the blessing of money. It doesn't matter how you got it. And that is what has killed a lot of people. That's what is driving a lot of people to be greedy, to always think of only what will benefit them. And yeah, very much dishonest. And the dangerous thing is that all the foreigners, they see that we have this. So when they come here, they know. At all, if you pull out money and you show it to this official, he will let you go. Because what they want is for themselves, not for the country. It's for themselves, not for their country. So thank you very much for watching. Don't build with greed. Don't build with selfishness. Don't build with dishonesty. The foundation of life is in the honesty. Is in the selflessness. So fight that which the culture put in you. Stand up for something which is right. And be prepared to go through the processes and gradually build from where you are and develop the right skill set, the right information. And don't compromise your values so much. Because if you compromise the values, you compromise the quality of what you're building. Don't form associations and take advantage of people because of what you will gain. And it doesn't have to be by all means your own way. So love people, do the best that you can, and grow from where you are. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you.